You know, there's a considerable amount of expertise that goes into buying these rugs. These people measure them, and then I've seen them fold them across diagonally. I've seen them fold them in half and watch the patterns, and if there's a little dip in the pattern from the straight edge on the folded side, you know, they may or may not have an interest in it. There's a lot to it. I'm amazed.
Lakana tiyokit baatsaltsoso. Tiitil tiitil ana illati yiinta ashishtanla. Hadishin ye kan hitahninde to illun hicheta chita.
Major funding for Weaving Worlds was provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Additional funding was provided by
the car that Talje car hobby national. So they become petit eat a cotonut e. They besides in. Could a deep heart or the national gate. Die Belakan and the Chena Yidla at the East Kitty or Yina shot. Chena Yid lately Haitian thought they got. Though just ain't as it named. Though all English had hardly in that sad or be not the ill date or little. The snow even in nation. Don't let horse in Hokonish car, but had a Dane banashni. It was done not dance go banashni. Done his law.
Welcome to Crown Point. I've been here for the first time. We got lots of nice rugs. I'm waiting on my cousin down there to help me.
Don't national out at the dice on the church. They live in here for the Nashta with the guns on the car dark. As Kedanjo or was on the church and had the church over when he's in late autumn and don't ask on that all. It was in the living in nation. I just got loud in it.
Really, the most important part for us is, do we like the pattern? Is the size roughly what we're looking for? And, you know, can you feel something from the rug, the weaver's heart, so to speak, you know, or do they just throw it together to bring to auction and sell it? I was amazed that the weaver could not speak English. She had never been off the reservation. And I thought everybody could speak English here in the United States.
What we do, we read you the number of the rug, the weaver and the area it comes from. We'll get started at this nice rug right here. It's rug number 665. 15, 1600, city to put the blaze, city under 15, now 16, city to put the blaze, city under 15, 16, city to put the blaze, city under 15, now 16, city to put the blaze, 1600, 1600, city to put the blaze, city under. There's a very nice rug, folks. You use it, 16, no sale. Let's have another one now. Rug number 762. How do you like this one? Step on over 50. Step on over 50. Folks, there's a nice big rug. 750. Step on over 50. 750. Step on over 50. Can you use it? 750. No sale.
Chishidnenshle ado dot ELT the ne ebashichin French Okia ani etashiche do shinalet top lakanan le dot ELT النقا واليهاجي French. 고고도의 son은 I received my master's degree in 1998. Siaje, Rihanna, I was out there. I know what city life is about as far as I want to know. Now I'm home, and as an adult, I want to learn about some of these things that I never really got a chance to experience.
I am not an expert in this.
People think of things in terms of economy, how to make money with something. But what I've discovered is that you also need something with which you can find peace. I wove my first rug when I was about 12. Today, I'm 35, and I have another loom at my house, and I haven't started it yet. You don't think there's a skill to it, but there's a skill to just being able to spin wool, the same evenness, the same tightness all the way through, you know, and to keep doing it. Other people will tell you, well, it's an old art, it's an old tradition. Do you want to go back in time? And I don't see it that way. شمايا Edith يا اللانجة
You're the one that's going to do. If you want something to be done, don't just sit there and think that somebody else is going to do it for you. It's got to be you.
Where's the head?
Me and my niece, Shama Rabinani, Obanit Asen. And she, there's a sharp horse, a home, see, she don't. But Katati Kesho Ibaraki, a ya, they doesn't, baby, the husband be it.
That's the issue. Always in the way. That's the issue. That's the issue.
شمايا Lorraine the kid on the internet.
So I always see about so. Oh, then there's a master weaver that no, the chong, young baby, the hot doesn't. She to add an ashkida. I work for the Navajo Nation, so they're pretty much like control you to be here from 8 to 4. Senior Center. 3732. 3732. Just asking for the phone number. Sometimes I wish I had more time to do the wool work that I do. I need more time. Ashis dizigit akho chal tahalonigi be dalnegi erot eya ebeneshlon shobanasha tsedligasigi ishla aro tsahdo.
Oh, Scowy. Ah, oh, sorry. Okay. You're brave, Lori.
Bitni bejo aron da chel gibil chol arona ki hel ki beige aro the bebaga istizigi algagi edigi gilchi tqadinda tata haljnana otin to biya ha kizo aro eyaham tsekunsh itla bihija aronana tla eyaham baking powder edo bihija ko eyaham nashcha igi yego let's khodalle ero tadi to tlejdalle kodo to handini gata
شمسنا يا ناش أشبه هنيزين شمسنا إيش نحلا على إين ده وناش إيه ناتنز تعديلا إذا يا تجل إين ده هتهي ناتنز اللي تريدن بوس شجع بلنا كاشمادو أستيلي Jaya Rita Bajano Ehot Anna Yishni de never took trading post. Eat that $10 mahile. I don'tanasilki $30 da 40 50 har shinin kiddo. We I don't le picture in.
I'm not really a Navajo, but I feel like that I can relate to them as well. I'm not one of these guys that says, you know, I want to be a Navajo. I had come down here. In fact, I had already bought an airplane before I did this. I would fly down here and I would fly circles around this place and count the hogans and count the camps. This was a very highly populated area for the and they had lots of livestock. You know, we'd buy 300 bags of wool. This is what supported the store, plus all the rugs. Back in those days, all of your dealers from California, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, wherever, like Salt Lake, they would come and buy the rugs from us. You know, they would come here and buy. Dealers would visit the trading posts from every state, every big city. You had people who bought from Boston. We had dealers that would buy for England. But here, you was off the beaten path. There's no tourists, so you was wholesaling all of this to them. It had the potential of being a good store with a progressive, aggressive Indian trader. Oh, let's see. Oh, they did away with my sign. Huh. Now that's something, guys. That's something.
I sell here probably one rug per every 2 months. But today I couldn't finish my rug, so I didn't bring it. I came here to check how many buyers there are because this week is the Santa Fe Indian market, so I'm pretty much sure there's a lot of buyers that showed up here tonight.
Rug number 746, 60, 70, 70 to $70, 70, 80, now 90, 450, now 75, 500, 550, 900, 900 over 9, 1200, 4,000. Anybody use it? No single lot.
My grandfather's the one that made it for my grandmother. on the door na to go to pass it on a pelagana lane zate East Coast a tago pass it on a in hadit on hido nido an hit better pepper akita no a one sogo an is not tin do bash latin bana hat lehente on nan mission de do la cosa in allied on day
yogi kishin yilla gi joyan sa kiso yilla to abolni git ol yada ebel bahosen de bin sa kisi git o ya beso be dolni trey got o yan sa kiso le ya na kide khade din de khana ni liya chot o ban tonni to free enterprise no capitalism they no ekit o ya abehes nin halo
There's, you know, I look at it that I'm an important part of the Navajo culture, I think, and as being a trader, because a lot of people depend on me to buy these rugs. The trader buys from thousands of people every day. The Navajo is one person. She makes that one product. You know, they're all good rugs, but when I get 10 of them in here, I hate to pass, but there's just not enough money in the world to buy everything that's made around here. It's just like what I do. I have a trading post. I come here every day, you know, and work every day, and they make rugs every day. You know, I got mortgage payments and everything else too. No different than them. I'm just on a bigger scale.
If you're not educated about what's actually happening to you, then you know, you kind of just, you're willing to take it, you accept it. That's what a lot of our people do, and that's what our people have been doing for the last, I don't know, so many hundreds of years.
To chong along Blacana pan Natahani la later ar Canada dia. $10 at Pahalon tas nitla. To eat o chong be beso that jilla trading pussy it at the bed o yo. O ye got all the wheat has lain Nihinali it as a bed not the disc. So yeah.
And do you know who made this weaving? Do you know what kind of blanket it is?
It's probably a Navajo, but that's about all I know.
This is Navajo weaving in its purest form. All of these things that we see later with diamonds and all kinds of different patterns comes much later than this. It's extremely rare. It is the most important thing that's come into the roadshow that I've seen. Do you have a sense at all of what you're looking at here in terms of value?
I haven't a clue.
On a really bad day, this textile would be worth $350,000. On a good day, it's about $500,000.
Oh my God.
You have a national treasure.
Well, I'm amazed. I'm flabbergasted.
This is a third world country, and we have people coming into this little country and setting up and doing business with us like the way every other third world country is treated all around the globe, right here in the United States. Change is important, and change, when it happens the right way, is good change. What people on the outside are doing to us is they're forcing us to change in ways that we're not We don't want to change. They're forcing us to abandon that with which we're making a very basic living.
So I had them on last time too. So you have
It's very hard to describe to people who are just here to make money.
Your price is $420.
So we have to sell it for $10.50. I don't think we can. What do you think, Paul? Nope. All right.
$10.50 as in $1,000.
$1,050.
Don't be too shocked with numbers like that.
Oh no, it's just that I don't think we have that kind of buyer coming into the hotel gift shop.
People who are here that are insensitive to the way people live. And the way that people live is not to try to control the resources that are here. I came home knowing that this linguistics degree could best be used here in this changing world of ours. But when I came home, I saw people wanting to continue to raise livestock, but having to face more and more obstacles each year. This way of life has sustained this culture for hundreds, thousands of years. My grandmother's just one of those people that if she's heartbroken about something, it's hard to tell. She's been through a time period of tremendous hardship. She spent probably 80% of her life outdoors as a young lady. She broke both of her wrists having fallen down a ravine in the wintertime, herding sheep, and had them wrapped up, and the next day she was out herding sheep again. It's quite different from mine.
I didn't come here for altruistic reasons. I came here to do a job, to make money, and service people. These people here are very traditional. They were very traditional in their culture. I don't have many Navajos that I can visit with Claudia always says, well, he goes back to Paige, he's got to go get his fix. But I'm still pretty good Navajo.
It's a little bit hard when you're living this way of life out here on the reservation. A lot of us today, we're different than, you know, in my grandma's day. Gardening and ranching was all they did, and today we enjoy our jobs and we enjoy traveling and we enjoy, you know, living a different lifestyle today. And so I want to also be a farmer and also be a rancher. My husband and I have been kind of switching off and on through the years working, and he's spent the majority of the last 5 years going to work while I stay at home and take care of the home life. We've been a team that way. So basically the way I see it is now it's my turn to go to work.
Yeah, oh, nice. Nice. I think it was especially hard on me because the little one was still nursing and her mom went to work and I had nothing to offer. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of understanding. As my wife would say, you know, you have to come down at their level to communicate with them, to exist with them, and then that's the adjustment that I made.
It's a different situation that we're exploring, different from what we've been living for the last 5-6 years. As far as sheep goes, I really have different ideas on how I want to raise sheep. It's going to be a herd that's built from both of my aunties' herds. That's how I see it.
Kedashinde o api yindal shinde sani ta ogi api aga api the bait khato ki shita yol onti ti ta ilchi akhun cheldel agi ye ta ilshi بالتحويل الجيج كوارو خادو شيمدي اد انيلتينيكي اجوالسخو تهديلتي.
This finished product is much better made out of the commercial yarns. It really improved for me the end, the product of the wool.
I don't think it's worth that much, you know. My sister, she's older sister. She's about say about 70. That's enough. Yo, it's up. Dahaniki do the baby guys does this candy so did that. 300, 350. No, that's on the yarn acrylic baby's desk. And then sometimes they use cotton.
Well, it's just like anything else. It just took a couple of the steps out and made it a little easier. No different than going from a horse and wagon to come to Gallup and buying a Ford pickup now or a GMC. So makes it easier, and that's what the process world did. And I think that actually helped the number of weavers. It's just changing times.
$300 iya aga anything das position hasn't. Aro hanan tehke the pe betlo. Into the pepetan. The pepper han that hekida. Ikit heki. I arum nahatlesa. Hashinel ajo spindly.
Nobody wants to be a sheep herder anymore, you know, and they don't want sheep take a lot of time. You know, you got to get them water and you got to watch them every day, and it's a lot more work.
The cushion the nachtin dance card. Oko aja go yaham na tahagi lebeke na ta. Aja go also chinjosh in halong. Oko yaham okot onalnish. Da inisha da is chilo oko the bay adon kuda. Oko aro the more yajin adon hanet hada. Aro joy dan chil aro dish joy nashnish are niya ako stonet ya penna behnanes hande.
Jo bahat ade winter storm ade hol jatlako. Akhabenna ahon shje go shje do le kochnil. Ana pena ba kaden raz da tishud le ya khateshud so aden kushn behten traso koch este ya adet on chinsta ka anna kha chiti ta tholo apen zona thoten koch. The most 2 days are out there, not jahil. That no not dik.
Church el honda na samba kai na hotle higi khod be khida inna ko ani khidati.
Nihili yat sozingo hot ai barakin jongo dan so yat no seto quinzin ko even na nihili lingi tobante ya podo aragi asin bis salato to even na storm pair on the dalia ni be yadane. أكيد داشتها شيء شهلات أبكي الناس لا تيلا نوصان دونا أنا يدخل صلاق وشين يجي تدخلنا الأشين يخد تلي كأبد خاي يعني شتتكون هستين دوكو أدو بين هول هو تصلين بين ناشين يتخوتن Hadina la nila to I see Hadina back in 1960. Quatas new tanda ni kalaba honizin. Aro ste ya tuya nes no sambi.
About 30 years ago, Peabody Coal Company moved onto Black Mesa, and they pump out, millions of gallons of water a day. For one coal company to be using that much water to transport coal with to a power plant so that people in California and Las Vegas can have electricity, cheap electricity at that, and not one single kilowatt comes back to the Navajo Reservation. How is it that someone is making a decision for us that you will do with less than what you had yesterday? Because someone out there needs more. Somewhere in the very core of my being, I want to weave rugs. And because of this water issue, I haven't really had time to do the things that I wanted to do when I came home. If there's no more sheep, if there's no more farms, if there's no more springs, if I can't walk the land with my kids and show them the natural plants and the vegetation, that's what's going to kill our language. That's what's going to kill our culture.
John Lee the better her the halong passagen start the benly not up. Ebinina epatina shlinat opanashi. So adolle the dance nita banna that a copy yand ish candy watch a lot in a show. It a better e was it what other top of this sneak with cajon that she. There's something double on that as a start of better. Alle nadat aanlin taata hat haalta naak haita asni taata. Joi kun lisit beliketa hansani kui kun pe kishit peki. Nebe bekanta so. Dat nu asni ye. Dat so ta. Dat nol ka. Dat denk me nie.
Because you cut it.
Mine's not sharp enough? This is the stomach and intestines.
Are they lingerie with you?
Yeah, even. Hey, empty this one here.
Just dump it out like that. Let's put it inside out. Oh, come on, Shannon. I got some on me. Hey, Grandma. Some of it got on my shoe. I let go.
الشنياجي يويدا نتلين هدو. جي أوزيجيدا أيديجيدا. جنوش أديك إنسا. I guess it's the way I was brought up in a more traditional setting. Many of the elders here are still traditional. Queso and all these traditional foods like the blue cornmeal, the organic meat, sheep, they yande, that was their food.
Do we get a knife? No? There's one right here. Okay, at least I need
the osa obena neda pitsigi joan le bakagi teda zein tantle.
This is our summer camp. Sometimes I bring my niece and my nephew to bring more life. Go ahead. They have their daily life where there's a TV, a telephone, a computer, an Xbox game. But for here, it's a little different because there's livestock, there's horses, there's no running water, there's no electricity. So it gives them an atmosphere where our grandmother and our grandmother before them were raised. During the whole entire life of my grandmother, we would move up here. Nowadays, we bring up the sheep here through the horse trailer. But back in the old days, it used to take a whole day just to herd sheep from the summer sheep camp to the trading post. From the trading post, coming up to the mountain takes another day. Wash your hands. That's how they used to do it back in the old days.
Cho big that dagi ita to the long dan de ko ishi that's a benina a shahajit eya da ilni de a bana ganaje cho ko chaya je ko banali ba hawan.
It's business, Shinzen. You know, he's there to make money, and he knows it. And it's the lack of infrastructure here on the reservation. That's the reason that traders become the last resort.
I know this one. This is Jane Russell. That's her name. How do you get? Ja, det är det åtta där nästa. Jag tror det är nitsen där nu. Ja. So we can go around so I can show them how it used to be?
Well, the owner first, you all stay where I can see you. No,
Well,
there's just
that's
like,
kidding that. This evening. We paid them a fair price, a market price for whatever they sold us. And sure, then it went to the next stage and we got our cut out of it too, which that's what you do.
If it was figured out probably at an hourly wage, you know, nobody could afford them.
You didn't calculate the labor. If you did that, they wouldn't get hardly anything.
I would have confronted the traders a long time ago and said, you know, I'm not getting what this rug is worth. And they would have said, fine, go see if you can find a better price elsewhere.
One thing they can't do, and they've got to understand this, and a lot of people think, well, you sold this rug for more than you paid me. And, well, to this New Yorker come, and you know, my always answer to that is, well, you go back to New York, stand on the corner, and see how long it takes you to sell the rug. If I or we hadn't come, then there would have been no market at all. Then they couldn't have gone to any trading post. You took care of your customer. So it wasn't like, you know, we were doing something just to have power over them or something.
That's how they want their customers to feel when they walk away, that we've helped each other. Where else is the rug maker gonna go?
Rose Danish, huh? They've been nothing, Cutler.
Didi na le stand that kwa na le to ya e han you know is in the an to ra si ilo ban han na le he te hona gi tande a to ban ta he ni ne okta
Shit, no, you're gonna see.
ho ga ta na kisen ndi shash na ne da sla
I can't solely pay to one.
na snel do dum na
Shit. Ushana jiri na shaka. Go on there. She girls.
to ban a ta
She girls.
يمكن أجاهي هجوت نخا تنت نخا يأخذ زندون نخا بالإليون كنت أيضا ليشان.
I think I kind of like this one better because I am not that big of a fan of asymmetrical. You know, I like a symmetrical personally.
Well, are the people coming and buying these at the gift shop going to know that they're special?
I think so.
That's your job to explain that to them.
Belkana ido beltazan da nihin achagi not osada ido dari na khaida ate lagi.
You know, if you choose to handle that kind of stuff, then that hurts the weaver. You know, I've always chose to handle authentic things. There's a niche for that. If somebody wants to buy a look-alike Navajo rug, let them do it. It hasn't hurt me.
Det har strålende dronke, det har strålende hit ramsen der simle radio. Akkurat af der just inde, då dit er bestrålet. I sådan den gik op ikke en så står vi handel chat op det så der og sådan kinot jeg inna bedt også så gik af besit holder. Då sådan kina går jeg der job i holder han då så sådan holder han. Så altså åtskillige maskiner der det lavet og har ni så då så kæsbi her jeg har bare sådan så
لا تاخد أجت أنا ناتلقي أخو بانسكيسو نقط أني هنا أجمع هذا تو إخاتي تتنبي إليادا
Belkana alle yenal nish copyright no jo yam shi nish do shanna di tlilda shilna huinlne do shilna dini do ya no chudi o yenal nish ko nihido o da il onshin don hel in da akwa o ya apanan adolel trademark it heda bikenazne loshin ya etolel nihinat ane to ya honzun da jo et hagi hondan stolel do da jil ida on so banses kisle
Sure love getting hugged by all those women. So that's, you know, and they were sincere. But to see the business the way it is, you know, and to see the people and hear them talk about how there's nothing here for them anymore. No, you know, no place to sell. It was sad. A young kid that came in here, he comes up and says, "Jai, are you still here?" He says, "You must be a millionaire." He says, "You took it all from these Navajos." Well, I, as a capitalist, don't think that I took anything. This country is the greatest country in the world because of the capitalistic system. I will always be an Indian trader.
I think our livelihood will always be under some kind of attack. We will always be struggling to protect ourselves and our way of life.
That's why you don't even have to worry about wasting your time. All you have to do is
Oh, look at that. A piece of yarn before your eyes.
how much time you spent and how much work you put in.
The bed khadikesto aro nazi kisto khanajn shado nazi tzo dichel bedel chigi anana tobe anana any bahileniki الخيط الزهر كو او بقول او غاقين هنشيو ان ليت internet on late nahas ago at o bahilo shan hani ho esto bet aro peso na hotlo
Well, one of the reasons that I really wanted to come here was because I am a hand spinner and I have a hand spinning booth at the downtown Phoenix Public Market. And one of the things that I really wanted to bring to it, because the emphasis is on Arizona grown products, is to get some of the Navajo turtle wool and bring it down there and tell people the story about the turtle sheep and how they're getting reintroduced here. Because a lot of people have never seen this kind of wool before. I definitely want to arrange to have your wool or your hand spun yarn go back with me.
Yeah.
To the market.
Okay. 6 pound. The traders buy them 10 cents a pound.
Oh no, that's
I know.
terrible. Well, then we're going to have to help you find more sources in the Phoenix area of spinners that would like to buy wool.
I know how to figure out without calculator because I count my string all the time when I weave.
Oh, so it's the same thing.
Oh, she's saying that it's because I'm using calculator.
I know. But someday the battery's going to be dead.
Younger than me, and you would think her brain is working.
60, 80. So there's 80, and then I have 2 here. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
It was really nice to do business with you.
Anhi ba huia. Hala anhi ita rosa da ba inda. And do a eshin bena an tinshin esto.
Life goes on. To be able to say, okay, what's done is done. Aja akon hit the end. Aja hina annishinde. Igit on hina annishinde. We survive, we keep going, you know, and it's still alive. Kade nasnan nsanaha ke sto nasnan nahata.
That'll be Zoe Gilmore, Chen Lee, 400. Well, I need 400, and it won't be any cheaper. Pay 400, 50, 75, now 500, 500, 25, now 50, now 75, now 600, 600, now 25, 650, 50, 650, 50, now 700, 750, 800, 850, 900. So it's $910. Number 11.
Jo ei sehän sundal kanshan da isnigi. Ado legon nahdishli, toa leben nahdishne. Vasut forro. Anne epitahila aanlansa.
Anled at the better halon day, though an anled at that Orland day. Ako Shaneligi, but Massanegi, it's under your horse. Aroka, Anask at Shannon, Ako Shanabachin has Leo, Ashon. That's a nasty, a bit of that, or that's in some. Where don't lay nasty, don't nast so kata.
I think my grandmother is what keeps us all together. She's our strength and our cornerstone. In the way that she's held her family together, it's preserved a lot of the old practices and the old teachings. She's very strict about kinship and how we relate to people. It's how we know where our place in this world is. That's self-sufficiency for her. We're rediscovering wool and the processing. We're relearning, re-educating ourselves, and finding new meaning in this place that we live. Using the old knowledge, the old wisdom from my grandmother's day, and we're finding its place here. And that's the way that life has to go on, and that's the way that we have to apply it. Otherwise, we'll lose it all. will not know why we're here and what we're doing here.
One of my daughters said, I think I can outrun you, Grandma. I said, yeah, if you start running at the speed you're running, I can outwalk you, she said. And things like that. She would be out there in the cold, when the sheep are lambing. I think that's why she says, nobody's going to beat me.
For more information about Weaving Worlds, visit ITVS at itvs.org. Major funding for Weaving Worlds was provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Additional funding was provided by